My name is Wanawit Ahkuputra. So I'm the Deputy Director of Electronic Transaction Development Agency. It's the newly developed public organization, just only 3.5 years. And we take care of the infrastructures like security, standardizations, and the legal frameworks to ensure the electronic transaction in Thailand. Currently, I'm one of the vice chair, one of the 5 in the GAC leadership teams. So I'm responsible to represent the AP, which comprises of 75 countries, one of the largest groups of the country, and in terms of population is also maybe 1/3 of the whole internet user groups altogether, because we from Middle East all the way to Australia and China and Japan. And the complexities and diversification of the profile is marvelous, I should say. It's a challenge. We have since the day one, I think, since the beginning of ICANN, but like I said, the early times of the GAC is mainly in the hand of academia, and because we just start off with the infrastructure, but lately, since the internet become part of everything, business and almost like electricity, I should say. But then on the other hand, we try to look on how Thailand as a country that have our own culture, language, could respond to the one internet, the new technologies, new initiative of ICANN, like new GTLDs, IDN, the universal acceptance that you can use your local language in the email address internationalization. All these is enable to reduce the digital divide that we normally call, because we have 70 million people, and maybe only 20 million people could use the English, or we should say ASCII, types of the characters. Some people don't even know how to spell their name in ASCII. But when you open up all these internationalized, I think that the most important positions when we get into the GACs. We have to learn on how the other country develop the public policy to promote it. And we like to learn from the other, like the Arabic countries or the Chinese and Korea, that very far ahead in this utilization of IDN. So this is my 8th ICANN meeting. I do see the big change in the GAC, how we work together. One is the GAC try to be in the early engagement. We have several working stream that we appoint the GAC who will follow up that and make a brief. That's one of the things that I do see that is changing quite a lot. And I think the secondly is the participation as a chartering organization in CWGs, CCWGs, and the participation from the GAC is something that I do see is new, that the GAC try to involve and understand what is changing, what is coming. Internally, there is a lot of change. We used to have like a monthly meeting among the GAC, or intersessionally, maybe only 1 or 2 times between the meeting. Now it's every second week, only for the GAC leadership teams, and then every month or almost like 2 or 3 times for the whole GAC. And we have to do the briefing and to accommodate the time zone. So some meeting need to have to conduct at 2. So it's become more than a full-time job, because you wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning for the meeting, and then next morning you go to work. And one of the key important, no matter it's CWGs or GTLD or IDN, the key point is that people spend maybe 1,000 of man-hour working there. I think that the things I always respect, the multi-stakeholder approach of ICANN. We also have a local Thai community, almost like a multi-stakeholder. In the beginning, we call Thailand Internet multi-stakeholder. It's comprised mainly on the technical, because in the early stage, when I step in since Beijing, most of the issue is very complex, DNSSEC, IPv6, and all this. You cannot talk to the public general. So in the first 2 years, I established a strong foundation for multi-stakeholder in technology aspect, academia, CCTLD, all these people. Now we evolve, we just setting up and we agree on the charter. We change to be a Thai IGF. So we bring in the civil, we bring in other government, we bring in the student. We try to be very proactive on how we lay the infrastructure and we communicate to the people. I think first of all, when I discuss with a new country that I try to approach to bring them as a GAC, the first thing I said, the difference from ICANN to the other fora, we also participate like ITU, APEX, ASEAN, and this is the working floor. People are come here to work. We're not the dialogue floor. So I just tell them that then you have to understand the fact that it's difficult in that sense to get in. The problem is, it's become, I always call people, it's become like Hotel California. You can check out anytime you like, but you never leave because it become a community. We work together. The first group I met is ALAC, GNSOs, and we just talk among each other. So I think this is the community, it's not the community that works, and that's what I'm telling them. It's difficult to get in and difficult to get out because you get attached to the communities. And I would say that even if you're not the government, there still are other charter organizations that you can still working. That's what I tell them.